My name is Dan Farisi, Editor-in-Chief with Commercial Integrator. I'm here at the HDBaseT booth with my friend Steve Alexander, GM with Lightware. Thanks so much for being with me, Steve.
Happy to be here, Dan.
So Lightware has some interesting stuff going on, including an anniversary celebration. You want to talk a little bit about that?
You bet. So Lightware started 25 years ago, right, and from two people working on boards for three-gun projectors. And from that history now, we've got 18 offices all over the world. You can buy Lightware products just about anywhere. We're not in Syria or North Korea, but anywhere else you'll be able to buy Lightware products. We've brought out a whole family of new technologies. We invented DVI switching, right? We were very early to the party with HDBaseT, and we're continuing to integrate, but we're also still focused on the things that have helped us to grow over 25 years.
And I think it'd probably be fair to say that one of the things that has helped Lightware to grow over 25 years is this partnership with HDBaseT that you have. It's part of your overall solution. Can you help contextualize how HDBaseT plays a role in what Lightware does?
Absolutely. So we think of ourselves as a signal management company, right? And HDBaseT, when HDMI became the dominant business communication connection tool, that presented a problem, right? Because it's the connector, the amount of distance that signal can travel, all of those became challenges in a commercial environment. Managing that signal for success also became a problem. HDBaseT solves so many of those problems in a very elegant way, and at Lightware we really embraced every part of that. We can provide wall plates that bring in HDBaseT signal. We can move that into a centralized switching system, bring it in as HDBaseT, send it out in some other format, or send it out in HDBaseT, so that an integrator who's trying to solve a complex puzzle, right, has access to one of the most important pieces, which is how do I get an HDMI signal to move over the most simple wiring path available, a category type wire, right, cover long distances in a way that's easy to terminate and easy to verify, right? And our belief was then and is today that our HDBaseT products are kind of the core of that. Right, there's other things that we do. We make AV over IP. We make all kinds of ways to move and manage signals. USB-C is something that we're really interested in. But in terms of moving HDMI around a facility, HDBaseT for us, it's our TPS system, is one of the core technologies, whether you're going for something as small as a room with a couple of remote inputs that also has some local inputs, or a complete campus. Where by the way, category wire is going to be the most easily available. There's more legacy category wire in these locations than anywhere else, which means HDBaseT is the easiest technology to apply in many of these kind of large campus situations.
You also mentioned USB-C a few moments ago. During my interviews here at the HDBaseT booth, a lot of people have been talking about the rise of it, the power of it, the potential that it contains. Do you want to share some thoughts about that?
Absolutely. So it really is a very similar story, right? VGA, as you can tell from looking at my face, I was around when VGA was the dominant connector. That went away, that got subsumed by HDMI. HDMI is a component part of USB-C, but there's other parts of that puzzle as well, right? You've got DisplayPort alt modes, you've got Ethernet, you've got power. So a lot of modern laptops, right, only come with the USB-C connector. So the idea that I can come in at the table and plug in with a single connector is wonderful, right? Because for most people, when they're in a meeting, that's a very stressful situation. To know that I can come in and make a single connection and initiate my meeting and be able to get all my media moved back and forth is wonderful. But you're not going to move all these signals around throughout the facility just as USB-C. So USB-C is an on-ramp, right, to an entire ecosystem that includes other pieces that can be HDBaseT, that can be AV over IP. As we were kind of talking earlier, it's a puzzle, right? And to do a successful system integration is to complete a very complex puzzle. And what we like to do at Lightware is feel like we offer people all of those pieces, so that whether you need to have someone be able to start a meeting very simply by plugging it in their laptop. We make a product called Taurus. It does that. It's great. Come by and check it out, right? But then you need to move signals around within a room or within a campus. HDBaseT is a big part of that with our TPS system. You want to mix different media inside a switching chassis? We do that too. You might need to go out with fiber optic cable. No problem. You can come in HDBaseT, you can go out fiber optic, you can go out AV over IP. What's important, as we have more kinds of mixed media in more kinds of places, is to empower the integrator and the customer, the consumer, to be able to mix all of these pieces together to get the biggest, most encompassing palette possible.
Well, thank you so much, Steve, for helping contextualize all the pieces of this puzzle and giving us a broader sense of what these technology solutions actually entail. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Always great to see you, Dan.
So happy to have been joined by Steve Alexander, GM with Lightware. My name is Dan Farisi, Editor-in-Chief with Commercial Integrator. Happy to be here at the HDBaseT booth at ISC 2023.